How's it going, everybody? Steve here, and yes, as you can see, I'm alive. I know I've been gone for a while, and I know that this is probably my first post of anything on social media at all. I think since last year when I made a video like this. I don't even know anymore, but yes, I'm alive. Yes, I'm doing okay. I've just been very, very busy, and maybe I'll go into some of the things that have been going on in another video, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I'm here to talk about the Oscar nominations. I'm going to react to them just like I do every year, but I'm also going to give some predictions that I have. And it's a couple of days before the announcements are supposed to start. I'm going to just go ahead and lock these in because I'm going to keep going back and forth otherwise. First thing I want to mention is even though every year I at least attempt to predict the short categories, I'm not going to do that this year because I have no frame of reference and I have no idea what has the best chance of getting nominated. So, for Best International Film, I predict that the nominees are most likely to be Emilia Perez, Flo, I'm Still Here, The Seed of the Sacred Fig, and The Girl with the Needle. I know that a lot of people are predicting Kneecap will get in for 5th, but I'm going to go ahead and predict that Girl with the Needle gets in. But Kneecap is another possibility, as well as From Ground Zero. Best Documentary Feature, I'm guessing that it's going to be No Other Land, Sugarcane, Soundtrack of a Coup d'etat, Dahomey, Waylon Harper. Other possibilities are Daughters and Black Box Diaries. Best Animated Feature, I think that the nominees are going to be The Wild Robot, Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, and Wallace and Gromit, A Vengeance Most Foul. I have nothing against Moana 2, but the Academy loves themselves some Wallace and Gromit, and I think that it's just going to edge out Moana 2. Best Visual Effects. And yes, you can tell that because of my old age and my non-creative way of doing things, I'm deciding to just throw this stuff into a Word document, and just zoom in super far on it. This one I'm not as confident about. So, predicted nominees, Dune Part 2 is definitely getting a nomination in here, as is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Wicked's probably getting a nomination. The last two are kind of hard to call. I think it could be Gladiator 2 and Twisters. Better Man, I think, could edge out Twisters or Gladiator 2. Alien Romulus, I would kind of like to see, but there's still a lot of controversy about what they did with Ian Holmes' character, or basically the, recreated version of Ian Holmes' character, which I understand. And Mufasa the Lion King, that has a possibility as well. Best Sound, I predict the nominees are going to be Dune Part 2, Wicked, Emilia Perez, Gladiator 2, and A Complete Unknown. Best Score, this one's also hard to call. I think the nominees are going to be The Brutalist, Conclave, Wicked, Emilia Perez, and The Wild Robot. I think that if anything is going to take the 5th spot out of these top 5, it could be Nosferatu. But Challengers has a decent chance as well. Now, Best Song, I predict that the nominees are going to be El Mal from Emilia Perez, Kiss the Sky from The Wild Robot, Mi Camino from Emilia Perez, The Journey from The 6888, and Like a Bird from Sing Sing. Best Production Design. I think that the nominees are going to be Wicked, Dune Part 2, The Brutalist, Gladiator 2, and Conclave. Best Makeup and Hairstyling. The predicted nominees for me on this one, I think The Substance is getting in. I think Wicked's getting in. I think Nosferatu's getting in. The 3rd and 4th spot is kind of hard to call, like often, or apparently I can't count. I meant 4th and 5th spot. Beetlejuice is what I'm going to go with, and A Different Man. Best Film Editing. Predicted nominees, I think they're going to be Dune Part 2, Anora, Conclave, The Brutalist, and Emilia Perez. Best Costume Design. I think that Wicked's definitely getting in, Conclave's probably getting in, Gladiator 2 is definitely getting in, Dune Part 2 probably getting in, Nosferatu I think is probably the next most likely to get in. But other possibilities are Maria, The Brutalist, and A Complete Unknown. I wouldn't be surprised if any of those get in over those. Now, Best Cinematography. This is either going to The Brutalist or Dune Part 2. I don't have any illusions against that. Basically, I think that the other ones that could get nominated, there's a lot of choices here, but I'm going with Conclave, Nickel Boys, and Nosferatu. But other possibilities are Emilia Perez, Wicked, and Gladiator 2. Best Original Screenplay. This one's really hard to call. The Brutalist, Anora, and A Real Pain are definitely getting in. I really do think The Substance is going to get in. And Hard Truths, I think it's really more of a toss up between Hard Truths and September 5. But basically, All We Imagine Is Light is another possibility. And Saturday Nights, I know that a lot of people didn't really like that movie. I did like that movie. Do I think it's an Oscar worthy movie? Not exactly. But if there's anything that it's going to get on awards night, which I do think is a very slim possibility, its only shot at any sort of nomination here is for Best Original Screenplay. So I'm going to put it in there as another contender. Best Adapted Screenplay. Now, this one's a little hard to call too. Conclave, Amelia Perez, and Sing Sing, I think, are getting in for sure. A Complete Unknown, I think, is next most likely. And then we go to Wicked or Nickel Boys. I'm going to go ahead and go with Wicked. Nickel Boys is another possibility, as is Dune Part 2, and I'm still here. Now, Best Supporting Actor. I'm actually wavering really far back and forth on this. So, my predicted nominees right now, as I'm reading this, are Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, Denzel Washington for Gladiator 2, Yura Borisov for Anora, and Clarence Macklin for Sing Sing. Now, my other possibilities here: Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice, and Stanley Tucci for Conclave. I know a lot of people are looking at this and are thinking, Steve, why the hell do you not have Edward Norton in your top 5? I'm really debating that, guys. I do not think he's winning Best Supporting Actor, but if these were ranked, I think that Denzel Washington at this point would probably be at the very bottom of this list of 5, which is weird to say because everybody was saying he was pretty much going to win Best Supporting Actor, right before Gladiator 2 came out. And after people saw his performance in Gladiator 2 when it did come out, everybody was saying that he was going to win. But then they saw the other performances. Now, Yura Borisov, I think, actually has a better chance at a nomination now. I did see Anora finally. It is a great movie. He was fantastic in it. A lot of people are thinking that Denzel Washington is not going to get a nomination at all. But I think he still has enough momentum where he's going to get in. But that leaves Clarence Macklin. I saw Sing Sing this past weekend. I thought that movie was awesome, and I thought he was awesome in it. And I do think he deserves a nomination. Not saying that Edward Norton doesn't, but if I had to pick between the two and go with what I want versus what my brain says is going to happen, which I think I'm going to regret, I would pick Clarence Macklin. But I fully expect that Edward Norton is probably going to edge someone out in there. Other possibilities are Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice and Stanley Tucci for Conclave. Best Supporting Actress. I think that it's going to be Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez, Ariana Grande for Wicked, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, Danielle Deadwyler for The Piano Lesson, and Felicity Jones for The Brutalist. I think that when it comes to the 4th and 5th spot, it's kind of a toss-up between Danielle Deadwyler, Felicity Jones, and Margaret Qualley. Best Actor. I feel pretty confident about this one. I think it's going to be Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, and Daniel Craig for Queer. But I think that Sebastian Stan has a chance for getting in for either A Different Man or The Apprentice. Jesse Eisenberg has kind of a chance for getting in for A Real Pain, and this is a real long shot. But considering he's actually gotten quite a few nominations in other circuits, and he got nominated for a BAFTA, or at least I'm pretty sure he got nominated for a BAFTA, there is a snowball's chance that Hugh Grant could get in for Heretic. I think that would be awesome. But let's face it, the Academy doesn't really like horror that much, and I know how ironic that is considering that I'm putting The Substance on here for a lot of stuff. I think that the Academy, for lack of a better way of saying it, is probably going to exhaust its thirst for horror and nominating horror films on The Substance, and if it's lucky, Nosferatu. I really don't think Heretic's getting anything. Now, Best Actress. Predicted nominees. Mikey Madison better get in for Anora. Demi Moore is probably getting in for The Substance, and I would love to see that. Cynthia Erivo is almost definitely getting in for Wicked, and I'd love to see that as well. The other ones are kind of hard to call, but I do think that it's going to come down to Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. I do think that Marianne Jean-Baptiste still has a pretty good chance for getting in for Hard Truths. Angelina Jolie has kind of a good chance for Maria. June Squibb, I really don't think has a chance anymore, but it would be awesome to see her in there. And I do think she still has a little bit of a shot because, honestly, if there's any nomination Thelma's going to get, it's for June Squibb. The lady's in her 90s. This is her first lead role after being a supporting and character actor for a while, and she absolutely nailed it. If you guys haven't seen Thelma yet, go check it out. It's actually a lot better than I expected it to be. Best Director. Predicted nominees: Brady Corbett for The Brutalist, Sean Baker for Anora, Coralie Fargi, I hope I'm saying that correctly, for The Substance, Edward Berger, or Berger, again, I hope I'm saying that correctly, in one of those for Conclave, and Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez. Other possibilities, I don't think this is going to happen considering what's happening with Dune, but Denis Villeneuve could get nominated for Dune Part 2. I don't think that the Academy is going to reverse itself, though, with the choice that it made before. John M. Chu could get in for Wicked, Ramel Ross could get in for Nickel Boys, and Robert Eggers could get in for Nosferatu, but I think it's going to be these five. Now, Best Picture. I think that the nominees are going to be The Brutalist, Anora, Emilia Perez, Conclave, Wicked, The Substance, Dune Part 2, A Complete Unknown, Sing Sing, and A Real Pain. Now, if anything else is going to get a nomination and edge one of these last two out, I think the top 8 are pretty much a lock. Sing Sing and A Real Pain, I think, are the ones where it's kind of up in the air. Nickel Boys has a chance of knocking one of those out. Next up is All We Imagine Is Light, Nosferatu, The Wild Robot, and Gladiator 2. Now, those are my predictions. Now, come Oscar nominations morning, let's see how wrong I am. Probably very wrong. All right, here we go.
California, please welcome the president and the CEO of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, Janet Yang and Bill Kramer.
It's pretty cool that they got ASL interpreters in this.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for the 97th Oscars nominations announcement. On behalf of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, I want to welcome you and extend our deepest sympathies to everyone impacted by the fires here in Southern California.
This has certainly been a difficult time for Los Angeles, where many members of our film community, industry, work, and live. But the last several weeks have proven what we already know to be true. Our film industry and Los Angeles are resilient. And for almost a century, the Oscars have brought us together to unite and celebrate our global film community.
During this year's ceremony, we will honor the talented filmmakers nominated today, pay tribute to our brave first responders, and celebrate the enduring spirit of Los Angeles and the film industry.
That was pretty cool.
Without further delay, to announce this year's Academy Award nominees, please welcome Rachel Sennett and Bowen Yang.
It's really cool that they paid tribute to the people fighting and dealing with the wildfires, because that has been, understatement of the year here, that has been difficult for a lot of people.
What an honor it is to be with you today.
Me and Bowen are wide awake. We have been up since 10 p.m. and between us, we've had 3 Diet Cokes, an entire pack of cigarettes, and 1 Adderall.
And you get to guess who had what. Don't worry, everyone. Rachel and I have been through extensive pronunciation training for all the names today. Let me try now. Wicked.
Amazing, Bowen. That was really good. Well,
Better
let's
than me.
not keep people waiting any longer. Let's go.
Are we ready
Let's
for
do
some
it.
nominees?
Let's go.
Okay, let's see.
First, for best performance by an actor in a supporting role, Yura Borisov in Anora.
Good.
Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain.
Good.
Edward Norton in A Complete Unknown.
He did get in.
Guy Pearce in The Brutalist.
No Clarence Macklin, dang.
And Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice.
All right. So, no Clarence Macklin,
The
no
nominees
Denzel
for
Washington.
achievement in costume design.
Interesting.
A Complete Unknown. Conclave. Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked.
Cool.
The nominees for achievement in makeup and hairstyling are A Different Man, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked.
All good nominees.
Next up, the nominees for
By
achievement
the way,
in music.
I saved my
original
nominees
score.
predictions to my phone. That's why I'm
The
looking at it.
Brutalist,
Brutalist got in here.
Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot.
Awesome. Wild Robot got in. Awesome.
Now, this year's nominees for Best Live Action Short Film:
I will not know any of these.
Alien, Anuja, I'm Not a Robot, The Last Ranger, and The Man Who Would Not Remain Silent.
A lot of people have been
Yes,
talking
of
about
course.
that one. I don't know anything about it, but a lot of
for
people have been
Best
talking about
Animated
that
Short
last one.
film, the nominees are Beautiful Men.
Where?
Okay. In the Shadow of the Cypress, Magic Candies, Wander to Wonder, and Yuck by Charlie XCX.
These have the best titles, man.
Wonderful. And now we have the first of the 2 award categories honoring writing. First, for adapted screenplay, the nominees are
All right, let's see.
A Complete Unknown, a screenplay by James Mangold and Jay Cox; Conclave, screenplay by Peter Strawn; Emilia Perez, screenplay by Jacques Audiard, in collaboration with Thomas Bideguin, Liam Messius, and Nicolas Levesque. Thank you. Nickel Boys, screenplay
Nickel
by
Boys
Ramel
got
Ross
in.
and Jocelyn Barnes.
Nice.
And Sing Sing, screenplay by Clint Bentley.
Sing
Greg
Sing
Queter,
got in too,
story
nice.
by Clint Bentley, Greg Queter, Clarence Macklin, John Devine G. Whitfield.
All right. Heck yeah. I'm glad that Sing
And
Sing
for
got in,
original
and
screenplay,
Nickel
the
Boys got in.
nominees
That's really
are-
cool. Let's see original here.
Honora, written by Sean Baker.
Good.
The Brutalist, written by Brady Corbet, Mona Fastful. A Real Pain, written by Jesse Eisenberg.
Good.
September 5, written by Moritz
September
Binder,
5 got in.
Tim Thelbo,
All right.
co-written by Alex David,
So is it going to be The Substance?
and The Substance.
Break free with the new
Yep.
Opera GX, the browser that puts you in
Ads,
control
man.
with a brand new design that
And last, before our break, the nominees for performance by an actress in a supporting role.
I don't have YouTube Premium.
Monica Barbaro in A Complete Unknown.
Oh, wow.
Ariana Grande in Wicked. Felicity Jones, The Brutalist.
I was not expecting that first
Isabella
one.
Rossellini in Conclave. And Zoe Saldana in Emilia Perez.
They snubbed Danielle Deadweiler again. Dang, man.
Okay, wow. What a start. Congratulations to these Oscar nominees.
And hey, stick with us.
Stick with
We'll be right
us.
back with more nominations. Yes!
I was not expecting Monica Barbaro to get a nomination for Best Supporting Actress for A Complete Unknown. It's really cool that she did. Don't get me wrong. I actually really liked her performance in that movie. I just was not expecting that. That's actually really cool. On the flip side, they did snub Danielle Deadweiler again, which does kind of stink. But, you know, not a bad list of nominees so far. I'm liking it. Best Supporting Actor, again, that one's always really hard to call. Very glad to see Kieran Culkin in there. Very glad to see Guy Pearce in there. I was hoping Clarence Macklin would get in there, but he didn't. But cool news is he did get a screenplay nomination for Sing Sing, and I was wrong. Denzel Washington did not have enough momentum to get an Oscar nomination, so he didn't get one. But, you know, not a bad list so far. I am glad that they're actually trying to pay tribute to the people who are fighting the wildfires that are going on, and also, you know, support people who have been having to deal with that. Again, understatement of the year here, but it is something that is really, really tough that so many people are going through. And I'm glad they're acknowledging it. All right, coming back now. Let's see what's they're going to pick for the other nominees.
And we're back live. Before we continue, I just want to say it's really special to be here with Rachel.
Oh,
We both got our
Bowen.
start in the New York alt comedy scene.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the alt comedy scene is sort of like regular comedy, but for women and gay people. And I just want to say it makes so much sense that Bowen and I are like doing this now at this moment in our careers. You know, Bowen is such a huge star on SNL. He's in the hit movie Wicked.
Oh, thanks. And Rachel is Fatima.
Thanks so much. Let's keep going. So anyways, the nominees for Achievement in Music, Original Song are Amal from Amelia Perez,
Expected that one.
The Journey from the 688,
Expected that one.
Like a Bird from Sing Sing,
Yes, good.
Mi Camino from Amelia Perez, and Never Too Late from Elton John. Never Too Late.
Woo!
Okay, cool.
Smashed it. You smashed it, as the Brits say. And now the nominees for Best Documentary Feature Film.
Okay.
Black Box Diaries,
Good.
No Other Land, Porcelain War,
Ah, interesting.
Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat, and Sugarcane.
Next, for Best Documentary Short Film, the nominees are
I won't know anything about these.
Death by Numbers, I Am Ready, Warden, Incident, Instruments of a Beating Heart, and The Only Girl in the Orchestra. Those are some sad titles. Serious stuff.
Serious stuff.
Serious stuff.
Yeah.
Very.
For Best International Feature Film, the
All
nominees are I'm Still Here, Brazil. The Girl with the Needle, Denmark. Nothing for Denmark.
I got it.
Amelia Perez, France.
I was going
The
to win.
Seed of the Sacred Fig, Germany. And Flow, Latvia.
Yes. I still have to see Flow, but it looks amazing.
And for Best Animated Feature Film, here are the nominees.
Okay, let's see.
Flow,
Good.
Inside Out 2,
Good.
Memoir of a Snail,
Good. I'm glad to see that.
Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul,
Told you.
and The Wild Robot.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Here are the nominees for Achievement in Production Design.
Okay, let's see.
The Brutalist. Conclave. Dune Part 2. Nosferatu. And Wicked.
Nice. Nosferatu got in. No Gladiator
Next
2.
up for Achievement in Film Editing, the nominees are Honora,
Good.
The Brutalist,
Good.
Conclave,
Also good.
Amelia Perez,
Awesome.
and Wicked.
Ooh, nice. Wicked got a nomination for Best
And for
Film Editing.
Achievement in Sound, here are the
Cool.
nominees. A Complete Unknown. Dune Part 2. Amelia Perez. Wicked. And The Wild Robot.
You know, Gladiator 2 hasn't been getting anything, I don't think.
Next, the nominees for Achievement in Visual Effects.
I would have to look back, but I don't remember if they got
Alien,
anything.
Romulus,
Alien Romulus got in. Holy shit.
Better Man,
Whoa.
Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes,
One of those last two is winning, but...
and Wicked.
Okay, Wicked got in. Nice. Alien Romulus got in. And so did Better Man. Cool.
For Achievement in Cinematography, the nominees are The Brutalist. Dune Part 2.
One of those two is winning this.
Amelia Perez.
Nice.
Maria.
Mm.
And Nosferatu.
Nosferatu got in good.
For performance by an actor in a leading role, the
Okay.
nominees are
Let's see.
Adrian Brody in The Brutalist,
Good.
Timothy Chalamet in A Complete Unknown,
Mm-hmm. Good.
Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing,
Good.
Rafe Fiennes in Conclave,
Good.
and Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice.
Whoa. Nice. Sebastian Stan.
For performance by an actress in a leading role, the nominees are Cynthia Erivo in Wicked,
Good.
Carla Sofia Gascon in Amelia Perez,
Good.
Mikey Madison in Honora,
Good.
Demi Moore in The Substance,
Good.
and Fernanda Torres in I'm Still Here.
Nice.
For achievement in directing, the nominees are Sean Baker, Honora,
Good. Brady Corbett.
Brady Corbet, The Brutalist,
Have I been saying his name wrong the whole time?
James Mangold, A Complete Unknown,
Ooh.
Jacques Audiard, Amelia Perez, and Coralie Farjah, The Substance.
Wow. James
Take it
Mangold,
all for
finally.
our final
Our
category.
final category, I cannot wait. I feel like we should read them together.
I feel like we should.
Okay,
Let's see.
Here are the 10 nominees for Best Motion Picture of the Year.
Here they are.
Here we go.
Honora, Alex Coco, Samantha Kwan, and Sean Baker,
Good.
producers.
Boom. The Brutalist. Nominees to be determined.
A Complete Unknown, Fred Berger, James Mangold, and Alex Heineman, producers.
Mm-hmm.
Conclave, Tessa Ross, Juliette Howell, and Michael A. Jackman, producers.
Dune, Part 2, Mary Parent, Cale Boyder, Tanya Lapointe, and Denis Villeneuve, producers.
Amelia Perez, nominees to be determined, producers.
I'm Still Here, nominees to be determined.
Guys, paperwork. Let's
Whoa.
go.
I'm
Come
Still
on,
Here got
come
in?
on, come on.
Wow.
Nickel Boys, nominees to be determined.
Whoa.
CGA. The Substance, nominees to be
Sing Sing's not getting in.
And Wicked, Mark Platt, producer.
Wow.
There
So
it
Sing
is,
Sing
you guys.
and A Real Pain did not get in.
That's it.
To all of this year's nominees, it's been such a
Wow.
privilege to share the news with you and movie fans around the world.
We are rooting for you all.
Let
in
me
equal
double check that
amounts.
again.
Woo!
Yeah, no Sing Sing and no Real Pain. I was not expecting I'm Still Here to get in here. That's actually really cool. But lots of nominees to be determined as well. Wow.
There it is, you guys.
There it is, y'all. Congratulations.
All right. So, let's see. I would not say that this year's nominations had a bad list at all. I can say that I was kind of surprised at some of the nominees for Best Picture. But, you know, some pretty good stuff here. I was really hoping Sing Sing and A Real Pain would get in, especially Sing Sing because that movie is awesome. As usual, some surprises, some snubs. I wouldn't say that this year had a bad list, but thanks for watching this with me, as always, and we'll see who ends up winning these awards on Oscar night.